welcome to my monthly horror ranking for June 2026. If you're new, I always start my monthly rankings, or monthly reviews I like to call them, going over all the movies I watched during the month and rank them. This includes new releases and first time watches run together. Then I talk about any TV shows, if I watched any during the month at all, if I am currently watching any. Then I get into my collection haul video where I talk about any physical media that I got, and then I get into my horror collection. Then at the very end of the video, I talk about some of the videos you can expect to see on this channel next month that I've planned out so far. And I do have chapters, so you can skip around to any portion of the video that you would like to see or skip. But before I actually talk about the movies I watched this month, I want to talk about a movie I decided to rewatch and have a new opinion on, and that is Child's Play. I haven't seen Child's Play since I first saw it. I think around maybe 2019 or 2020, one of those years. And I remember liking it when I first saw it. I have a video about my opinions when I first watched it on this channel somewhere. And I didn't realize how disturbing this movie was. I rewatched this movie. I'm like, that is quite disturbing. I still like it more than I did, I probably would say back then, but I didn't realize how disturbing this was. And there's one scene in my mind that sticks out when I say this, and that is the scene when Andy is being like put into bed and he was with his mother, and his mother like tucks in the Chucky doll with her son like for nighttime. She doesn't know anything's up at that point, but just the idea of knowing what's inside that doll being tucked away with young Andy, that is just very disturbing to me, and that just kind of like stays living in my head after weeks of not seeing this movie. That's kind of like a new opinion I have on new Child's of the OG Child's Play. So far on this channel, I've visited 2 out of the 5 current Evil Dead movies, and out of the 2 right now, I would say I would prefer the first one over the second one. I'm having a really good time with both of them, but right now I'm discovering I prefer my Evil Dead movies more of the horror route than the more comedic route. Now, here's an idea I'm playing with. I don't know if you guys like this, but when I reach my first 500 or 1,000, haven't decided the number yet, I'm thinking about hosting like a quiz night Kahoot style where I do it on live stream, and where I put it together on live. Anyone who can't join the Kahoot, they can they can count their points, and we all do it on live, and we can talk about it after. Comment down below, and I put the quiz together of like classic horrors. Comment down below if you guys would like to see that. I like to do that when we get that number. Now, going into the movies that I watched this month, I watched a total of 7 movies for the first time. 2 new releases, 5 first time watches, and overall this is a pretty solid month. I would say that the 6 I had a good time with and liked, and there's only 1 that I just did not care for more and did not like at all. That one I did not like at number 7 is Scary Movie 6. In general, the Scary Movie franchise isn't for me. And to give this movie a fair shot, I decided to rewatch all of the movies leading up to it, and I've only seen like 2 of them before. So if you want to hear how the others would rank, watch by ranking of the Scary Movie franchise and take out 1 and 4 from that video, and you got your ranking there. The way I would describe this movie is simply Scary Movie 1, but worse, with just repeated jokes. The same kind of joke being repeated, and repeated jokes from other scary movies. It was just not good. There were some bits that did get a little chuckle out of me, but that's about it of the entire movie, and didn't care for it, didn't like it. And just above that, number 6, I have Sharknado, which I'm pretty sure the name describes what it is. I'm glad I watched this movie. This is just like a one-time watch movie for me. There are some bits that I kind of did laugh at. I think the sharks look okay. I mean, the idea of the sharks like coming out of the ocean, being like put into the city and how to defeat it, there's some bits there, but overall I'm glad I gave it a first time watch for Sharknado, and this movie I've been known about too. At number 5, I have Reanimator. Okay, I want to speak up for myself. Reanimator is basically just a movie where a guy can bring people to life, and I know a lot of people like this movie, and there is something to say about the practical effects here, but sci-fi movies are not for me. They're just generally movies I don't care for. So this movie is a movie that I generally wouldn't reach for. I'm glad I gave it 1 watch, but it's just a movie I wouldn't watch again. But I understand a lot of people like this movie, and I do understand why a lot of people like it. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. It's just not for me. It's one movie people like, but right now it's not for me. But at number 4, I have Pride plus Prejudice plus Zombies. Did I know this movie existed before I bought my box of DVDs off Facebook Marketplace? No. But am I glad I watched this movie? Yes. This basically tells the story of Pride plus Prejudice during a zombie attack or zombie outbreak, basically. And I will say, yes, it is mainly Pride and Prejudice. Yes, there's a little bit of zombies in the entire movie, but I like this one. This is just like the perfect amount of Pride and Prejudice plus zombies for me, and it's just exactly my cup of tea. If you like Pride and Prejudice and zombie movies or more in general, I would give this movie a shot. I think you have some good acting skills from the lead actors that we follow. The ending does disappoint me, and I wish we saw more of the ending, because you kind of like end at like the marriage note, and you don't even see anything. Like, all these zombies come up and they just load up. Like, they could have let it go and like seen some action, but they didn't. And I'm very disappointed they ended it that way. But I am glad I'm gonna rewatch this movie probably in the future. This is just exactly my cup of tea. Not gonna be for everybody, but this is a good surprise this month. And at number 3, I have Beware the Blob. Again, a movie I really did not know existed until I put it on one night. And this is a sequel to the first Blob from the 50s, and have seen the first one. But I had a good time with this one. I think casting-wise, I like the cast. I like the location. Now, the idea of this little, how the guy even brings the Blob back with him in the first place is questionable. That's something there that they entirely thought through. But I like how the Blob works here, and having the ice rink scene definitely works. That one scene when he is like going above the Blob on the icing, that is some solid tension. Ice rink, I don't know why I said icing. But I like this one. It was quite a big surprise for me, and I think it is a good continuation from the first one of how it's spreading. Again, another surprise this month. It's not perfect though. This movie opens following a cat, which definitely is an emotional toll for me, especially since I've had a cat for the 9.5 years who recently passed away, so it's very much a effective opening. At number 2, I have Ghost Train. This is an anthology that basically just tells the story of a YouTuber who just wants more views. So she meets someone who tells this story about this haunted location, and eventually she gets swept up into the location itself when she learns too much. And I just had a good time with this one. I enjoyed the stories for the most part. The first hour is very effective. Does it continue its effectiveness after the first hour? Not so much. But I do like the time loop, because they do a little time loop here. I didn't know that going into the movie, and I like how they use that. You also have some solid practical effects, really good atmosphere. Again, another surprise. Would I rewatch it? Probably not, but it is something I would think about rewatching if I was ever in the mood for the kind of movie this movie offers me. But at number 1, I have Livius. And for a movie I expected nothing out of, this one came out of left field. This basically tells a story of 2 teenage boys who are hunted by the one they want each other the most. It Follows style. The acting wise was really good. The atmosphere was really good. You have the only thing I'm gonna hold it back here is like the CGI fire. I'm not the biggest fan of like the open-endedness of it all. I do understand that there is symbolism behind like the entire movie, but I just wish it wasn't as open-ended. But this was a total surprise for me, and I liked it. I had a really good time with it. It borrows a lot from It Follows, and from It Follows, I haven't seen It Follows in a while, but I was not necessarily the biggest fan of It Follows, so that wasn't like a hype factor for me. I know a lot of people might have been a hype factor, but it was like a not hype factor for me at all. So really like this one. Really good surprise. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Now, I don't know if this is considered horror or not, but I am currently watching Twin Peaks, currently season 1, episode 7, and I am liking the series so far. And I like the ride it's taking me on, because I feel like every time I may have an idea of what's going on, I'm wrong or some shape or form, or suspect someone else. And I do like that adventure it's taking me on. There are some points, though, where I am a bit bored with the series. I think I have a good atmosphere of this small town, but
I just don't quite 100% vibe with the show, but I do like it, so I'm kind of in a weird place about it. So I don't know if I'm going to continue after the series finale of season 1, but I am liking it so far enough to finish season 1.
For the haul portion this month, I have about upgrades a few things because I have The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 here, and this is what I used to rewatch it for this month actually, and I'm very glad I got this. And this is an upgrade, this is new. Next up I got 1408, and this is new. I don't own this, and I was thinking of after I saw Holcomb, so I'm glad I got this. Plan to rewatch it tonight. And my last Blu-ray that I got this month was an upgrade, and that is Army of Darkness. I had it on DVD, now I have it on Blu-ray, and I am watching this tonight as well to do my video soon on Army of Darkness. And as for my horror collection this month, I did not buy a lot this month, but I did get 2 things, and that is things for my little neck figures, and that is a little cereal for my Art the Clowns, and they can't hold it, so that's nice. So I got that for them. And then here's the story about this box. All right, I don't know what I did. I think I just off my mailman. I don't even know who my mail person is, but the box, I found this like on the ground, like ran over after it was supposed to be delivered like a day ago, and this is the box thing that the box was in. But here's the product itself, and this is the Good Boy cereal. Good condition. The box took a beating, but this, good condition. And yes, my Chucky can hold it, so strong box. So that is everything that I bought and watched this month. So for next month, what I have planned so far, I plan to release videos revisiting Army of Darkness, the remake of Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise. I'm then going to do a video on the new Evil Dead Burn movie. Then I will rank all the Evil Dead movies there. I also plan to do a ranking of all of the Jaws movies on either the end of the month or 4th of July, depending on how my month is planned out for videos. And then I also plan to do a video ranking the top 10 and top 10 worst of the year so far on either the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd of next month. And that's what I have planned for the channel so far. So comment down below if you watched anything new this month, any new opinions of horror movies you had this month, or any new releases you're excited for coming out next month or any point of this year. Comment down below, let's have a conversation, and let me know if you guys would like that quiz style night of old horror, and at the end of the quiz we can talk about those movies together. Comment down below, and I will see you guys in a future video where we are talking about The Evil Dead or talking about top 10 or top worst of the year. See you guys there.